The NRL All-Star lineups were released the other day, and let's just go through them quickly. For the Indigenous side, the team is as follows, alphabetical order: Josh Addo-Carr, Bailey Butler, Selwyn Cobbo, Tyrell Fuimaono, Jermaine Hopgood, Nicho Hynes, Ryan James, Josh Kerr, Ezra Mam, Latrell Mitchell, Shaq Mitchell, Kieran Mosley, Brent Naden, Tyrone Peachy, Tyrell Sloan, Chris Smith, Will Smith, Jermaine Tanua-Brown, Cody Walker, and Jack Whiten. The Māori side is Jesse Arthurs, Dejan Arce, Nelson Asafa-Solomona, Zach Docker-Clay, Cody Haruiranara, Morgan Harper, Royce Hunt, Joseph Manu, Zane Musgrove, Britton Nakora, Hayes Perham, Adam Pompey, Jordan Rapana, Jordan Ricky, Joseph Tapane, Stafford Toa, Jared Rea-Hargraves, Dylan Walker, and Dallin Watini-Zalesniak. To tell you I'm disappointed in the teams that have been released is probably of an understatement. Like, the omissions are crazy. Let's get into them. For the Indigenous side, you're missing guys like Jack Bird, Jamal Fogarty, David Fafita, The Hammer, Dane Laurie, Ruben Cotter, Alex Johnston, Jesse Ramian, Reece Walsh. There's probably more. Let me know in the comments. For the Māori side, you've got Jerome Hughes, Brandon Smith, Jesse and Kenny Bromwich, Matt Tomoko, Jerome Luai, Kalen Ponga, and Valentine Holmes. The concept of this game is unbelievable, and I know these guys are still going to go out there and play with so much passion, and it will still be a good game because I'm itching for footy. But imagine the game it could have been. You got like the best of the best from these two cultures going out, absolute war. And just, like, no offense to him, I hope he rips him, but I have no idea who Bailey Butler is. I'm pretty sure he's not even signed to a top 30 NRL contract, and he's playing in the All-Star game. Like, how can you call this the All-Star game when you got people that no one even knows about? Like, you've got on the Indigenous side, you got Bailey Butler. Who else? There's probably Shaq Mitchell, Kieran Mosley, Brent Naden, Will Smith, Chris Smith, Jermaine Tanua-Brown. Even they aren't going to get that many minutes this season in the NRL. And then everyone, like the Māori side, you've got guys like Adam Pompey's probably not going to play that much stuff with Toa, Zach Docker-Clay. Like, these guys, how are they going to be classed as stars? I'm a bit disappointed. It's always a good spectacle, but I think it might be time for, and I don't want this to come across as offensive at all because I think this can coexist, but I think it might be time for the NRL to adopt a proper All-Star concept. So you see, for example, like the Indigenous versus Māori All-Star game is really cool, but there's so many people that can't play in the game. For example, like the best player in the game, in my opinion, Nathan Cleary, is not even eligible. Then you've got State of Origin, which is meant to be the pinnacle of the game, but you've got guys like Jason Taumalolo, James Fisher-Harris, people who can't play. I think the NRL need a showcase game because they're looking to grow the league globally. So you need to put on a spectacle that is going to be outrageously, like, everyone's going to get so excited for it. I think a proper All-Star weekend, break in the season kind of thing needs to happen. I think if you have a proper All-Star weekend, let's say a month after Origin, and then you've got like actual incentive for the players to play. So I know, and it sounds like weird and harsh because obviously these guys want to play for their culture, but I think money-wise, I don't know if they actually even get anything. And yes, it is a determining factor because you've got, have a look at the emissions. A lot of these guys are trying new positions or like moved clubs and that sort of thing. So like, for example, the Indigenous boys, Jack Bird's moving to 13, probably going to play 6th start of the year, but like, new position. Jamal Fogarty actually gets a proper preseason this time. David Fafita's on a contract year. He doesn't want to get injured in this game. The Hammer, new club. Dan Laurie needs a big season. Ruben Cotter, Alex Johnston, Jesse Ramian. It's sort of like, I don't know why they weren't picked, but again, injuries. Having started the season's a bit because players aren't going to want to get injured. And then Reece Walsh, new club. The Māoris, Jerome Hughes, heaps of injuries last season, doesn't want injured again. The Cheese, new club. The Bromwich boys, new club. Matt Timoko, I think he's unlucky to miss out. Jerome Luai doesn't want to get injured for World Club Challenge and Penrith's defense of the season. It was World Cup as well. These guys haven't had much of a time off. Kalen Ponga, he's injured, and also new role. Valentine Holmes, he's aging, so he might like realize that his body can't handle playing at a top level for so long. But I think if you do it sort of like the NBA with their all-stars, then the game isn't played at 100%, but you've still got the best of the best out there. I think we're like, rugby league is crying out, in my opinion, for a game like this, because we're looking at changing the Origin eligibility rules so that we can have all the best players playing. Why not just keep everyone happy and make an all-star game? I don't know. To me at least, that makes a lot of sense. I get the logistics around it, and again, players are going to pull out because, say for example, you've got, I don't know, from last season, let's say the Sharks on a really good run. Nicho Hynes is playing really good. He's going to play the All-Star game. But you think without Nicho Hynes, are the Sharks going to be as good? Are they as much of a title premier, like a title threat? So you can see why players would pull out again. But again, if you incentivize them, show them a bit of coin, then they're going to want to play. I don't know. Like, to be honest, I am quite disappointed in just I don't know who I'm disappointed in. I think just the whole thing, like, it's such a big event every single year. We get so excited for it. And I feel let down. Like, these squads are a far cry from what me and Dane predicted. And I know guys like Clarkey predicted. There's blokes here that dead set only Rugby League Guru would know. And as well, for the casual fan, like, a lot of them probably aren't going to watch it, like, now, because there's other things going on. It's still summertime. And, like, a lot of young kids' favourite players are guys like Kalen Ponga and the Cheese. They're probably not going to watch it now because those guys aren't playing. I don't know. I'm just, like, the whole thing, I think it just might need a bit of a refresh and be a bit of a revitalization. But I don't know, man. Obviously, I'm still going to watch it and, like, still absolutely enjoy every single second of footy being back. But this game could be so much better than it's going to be. And I just, yeah, feel a bit let down.